a really old Japanese bicycle.
What about parts?
Good question.
Where the hell are we gonna find brakes like this?
Japan. The customer wants to try his luck and do some picking in the boneyard. This is like the Coke machine area.
I have a Coke machine already, though.
Ooh,
What's that?
this thing's cool.
I need some money
For what?
for a barbecue.
How much you need?
Thanks.
This better be the best darn barbecue in Vegas. Remember back in the day when things were made by hand and people took pride in their work? My name's Rick Dale, and I bring these things back to life. Every restoration has its own set of challenges. There's no owner's manual for what we do, but there's no job we can't handle. Earlier, I got a call from a customer that wants me to check out a really old bicycle. These things can be very valuable, so I can't wait to see what he's got. Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. You Rick?
Yes, I'm Rick. How are you?
Clayton?
Clayton, good to meet you. You're the one that called about the bike?
Yeah. I came down today to Rick's Restoration to have him take a look at a vintage Marushi bicycle that I have. See if he could possibly restore it for me.
So, tell me about this bike. This is cool.
Found it in an antique store. Just kind of popped out and said, I'm unique. I'm something different. From what I can tell, it's somewhere around the 40s.
That's all straight shaft drive, no cables.
Yeah.
It's a work bike. You can tell they used this for a reason, for a purpose. It wasn't just something that a kid or a person would get on and just joyride around.
Right.
This thing was a tool. This Marushi bike was made in Japan right after World War II, when the country was in shambles. Bicycles and motorcycles were the only reliable way to get around, so they became an essential part of everyday life. What's really unique about this bike is on every piece of metal, there's some kind of embossment.
Right. I've noticed that even the nuts and bolts has like the company logo
On each nut and bolt.
each nut and bolt.
That's incredible. It's got the rear kickstand, you know, like a motorcycle.
Well, it even has a lock.
Oh, yeah? So if this went up like this, you lock this down, now it's locked.
Right.
It's locked to where it won't come down.
Right.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
I like the fact, too, is that the chain guard completely wraps around the chain.
You could literally ride through the rocks, the water, and never have any damage.
The rear brake on it is a drum brake.
Right.
Something different.
Totally. This bike is designed like a tank. The frame is solid steel, there's no cables to fray or break, and the chain is totally protected. It's built to take just about anything you can throw at it. So what are you seeing done with this?
Somebody painted the bike, so I would like to bring it back to original state, original color. The real color of the bike was black.
Right.
I like the badges. If you look up front on the badges, I mean, they're almost brand new.
Right.
I know the handlebars are chrome.
Right.
And it looks like the brake levers and maybe the rod mechanism were chrome.
Right.
So bring it back like if you were to go into a store today and buy it.
Okay. So how we're going to start is we'll probably have between 6 and 8 hours tearing it down. The frame's about the only thing I can sandblast. It'll go to the body shop. All the fenders and the covers and everything, I can see there's some dents and stuff, so we'll end up bodying those all out, 4 or 5 hours in that. We'll put the black paint job on it, and then we'll go to assembly, and with all that said and done, we'll probably right around $2,500 to do the whole bike. You know, everything needs to be right on this. We don't want to do no hack job. The main thing is done right. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Okay? So you good with that?
No problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for bringing it in. All the little details in this bike are gonna look amazing once it's restored. But that also means it's gonna take a lot more work to get it there.
This thing's all bent up. Take a picture of this so we know we didn't do it.
I've worked on a lot of bikes before, but I think this thing was really well built back in the day.
We want to start cowboy wheels?
I say we attack the front and then just move.
I can't wait to start tearing into this thing and make it look new.
Is that a rivet?
Yep. It's a Japanese rivet.
We gotta get taken that off. One tire.
One kickstand.
Where the hell are we gonna find brakes like this?
Japan.
You have to heat that up, man.
I don't want to get too high. I don't want to twist that apart. Sweet.
Ta-da!
Hey, Rick.
Hey,
We have a customer.
good to meet you.
He wants to find something in our boneyard.
Sure.
Awesome.
All right. I've been collecting all sorts of stuff for over 20 years. Everything Ron and I buy when we're picking usually ends up in the boneyard until we're ready to restore it or use it for parts. And every now and then, I get a customer who wants to try his luck and do some picking in the boneyard. So what you looking for, Norman?
Well, I'm looking for something new, something unique for my game room.
Okay.
I'm here at Rick's Restoration because I would like to have something restored, but I don't know yet what it is.
I'm going to show you some of the stuff we have.
They've got a lot of items.
There's a gynecologist chair.
That's something.
I can't seem to get rid of that.
Oh, I wonder why.
There's like the Coke machine area.
Uh-huh.
There's some ones that hold the small bottles that all you did was put in a nickel. And they're absolutely beautiful, done up.
I have a Coke machine already, though.
Okay, all right. Well, here's some cool stuff over here.
Wow, look at all the machines.
Yeah, you know, there's cigarette machines out of the 40s and 50s. I used to think those were a big deal. You're not into smoking, are you?
No, not yet, sir.
Okay, all right. This row over here is candies.
Candies, now that's my favorite.
I mean, these are really cool done up. You know, they have 8 pulls on them. You can put candy bars in them.
Nice.
I got a really cool little candy right there.
Ooh, what's that?
This is an Adams candy machine. This guy's actually the pioneer of vending machines. It held chiclets, or the small ones. It was a penny machine. When you put the penny in, you pushed it down. Some of them have little weights in them to hold the candy down.
Oh, sure.
When the World War II came about, the vending machines here were going out of business. And then later on, after the war, then they picked back up again. In 1942, the government started rationing metals such as steel and aluminum in order to make planes and tanks for the war. So production on things like vending machines came to a screeching halt.
Yeah, I'd be very interested in this piece, Rick.
Yeah?
Yes, always wanted a nice gun machine. Can you make it look beautiful?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. How do you see this being done?
Original.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so totally do it totally original.
Yeah, totally original.
Okay, and then, of course, we'll chrome the little knobs up like they used to be. The keys broke off in it,
God.
so getting it open is going to be a little bit of a deal. You know, it's been sitting out.
It needs work, Rick.
Yeah,
but,
it's pretty gnarly.
I feel that you could handle this, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
How much would it cost to restore this normally?
Like anything, I have no clue what's in there.
Right.
I have no clue what's missing because it's not open. So I'm sort of taking a shot in the dark, you know?
won't know until you open it.
Right. I mean, this thing, what'd I buy this thing for? I think about $100. So, you know, if I clean it all up and do it all original, I'm probably going to sell it to you for right around $600.
$600.
Yeah. It's a bit of work.
Yeah. It's a deal.
All right. Awesome.
That piece has been out in the desert for a long time, and it looks like it's very rusted. I hope he can pull it off and make it look new again.
Let's go inside and hit the road to redemption here.
All right.
Hey, babe.
Hey,
So how did you do?
did good. You know, ended up buying a chickless vendor, and yeah, he wants to just restore it.
That's great. So what you got there?
Money?
I need some money
For what?
for a barbecue.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Every year, we do a little family barbecue for the guys. And this year, Kelly wants to organize it. How much you need?
How much you got?
How much you need?
300?
How about 100? 200.
I'll take it. Thanks.
If I negotiated with my customers the same way as I do with Kelly, I'd been out of business 20 years ago. You're gonna see none of that change, that's for sure. And for $200, this better be the best darn barbecue in Vegas. All right. Earlier, a guy picked out a cool little chiclet gum machine out of the boneyard that he'd like to get restored. There's an issue with the lock that we've got to figure out before we start tearing it down. So I'm gonna have Bretley take a crack at it. Kyle!
What's going on?
There's a key stuck in the hole, so I can't get to nothing.
Well, that's not good. Sometimes with rusted old machines like this, the lock is so messed up you have to drill it out. Keep it straight, we want to shoot it right through that lock. And with Bretley doing it, it's easier said than done.
Be careful, those are cowboys' drill bits.
Pop that sucker open.
Oh, there it is.
Go ahead and take that glass out. I don't want to break that. There you go.
Sweet.
And these things full of...
Is there any candy in there?
Okay, how you gonna get that nameplate off?
I have no idea.
I think what we need to do is get you a nice small drill bit. Get those 4 out and we should be able to just tap it right out. Go slowly.
I
told you to go slow.
Recently, we got a 1940s Japanese bike that we're going to restore to factory new condition. We sandblasted all the green paint off the frame and confirmed that the bike was originally black. But before we can paint it, Phil has to bang out about 70 years of wear and tear on the thing. Kelly's really gung-ho about doing the annual barbecue for the guys. We usually keep things simple, but it looks like she bought enough food to feed half the Las Vegas Strip. What's going on?
Well, this is all the stuff for the barbecue.
But I just wanted to do, like, you know, burgers and beer, just like a normal, you know, an average...
Well,
What's this?
we are doing burgers and beer. These are veggie burgers.
These aren't real burgers. These are something somebody made up and they call them burgers.
These are burgers.
None of my guys are going to eat
They're
that
not
crap.
going to know the difference. We're going to put some cheese on it. It'll be fine.
You make sure that we have some burgers and beer at this barbecue, all right? Por favor.
So you want me to go out and spend more money?
It wouldn't hurt my feelings if you took some of it back and exchanged it for the real crap.
Really?
I don't want to hurt Kelly's feelings, but I got bigger health issues to consider. Because if any of my guys got to eat a veggie burger with low-fat cheese, I'm dead on the spot. Try to get some real meat and some beer.
Light beer.
I mean, look at this body here. Does it look like I need light beer? Okay.
Light beer, babe.
Everybody's been chipping in to keep this 1940s Japanese bicycle on track. Ted did an amazing job molding new pedals from the old ones, complete with the original logos. And the seat was totally torn up, so I had it recushioned and reupholstered in black leather. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the kangaroo ornament that mounts on the front fender. So Tyler's gonna help Ted make one from scratch. What's up, Ted?
My dad wanted me to come tell you. He wanted me to learn something. Tell you what, I'm getting kind of tired of doing this anyway. The Marushi mascot is a kangaroo, and they have this fancy thing on the front fender that kind of looks like a Rolls-Royce hood ornament. And we're trying to recreate that by carving it out of a chunk of aluminum. It's all yours. What am I supposed to do? Close your eyes and picture what a kangaroo looks like. Compare that picture of the kangaroo in your mind to what you're holding in your hand. And you can't go wrong. You'd be surprised how well that works.
For the record, I've never carved anything before. So I'm thinking the odds of total failure are very much in my favor.
Turn it on. All right. Little dip in there. Good enough. Hold it firmly. Let the tool do the work. If you bear down on it, that's when it's going to skip. There you go. You're one of those people that makes faces when you're concentrating and doing something.
One down, 100 to go.
For such a small item, this chiclet machine has become a big pain in the butt. Back in 1942, they actually made the chiclet boxes a little bit smaller. So the ones you get today just don't fit in this machine. So Ted saved the day by making 100 tiny chiclet boxes by hand, each with matching artwork from that time period. But we can't just stick empty boxes in there. So Bradley's filling all 100 boxes that we made with chiclets that we got from the store.
Man, this can take forever. Why am I always the guys to do the boring jobs?
Who's this?
I don't know.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Good. I'm here to see Rick. Have you seen him around? Oh, I saw him on the boneyard earlier. Boneyard?
All right, yeah, I'll take you this way.
Great. I'm here at Rick's to pick up my chiclet candy machine.
Yeah, he's right over there by that sink, I think.
Great.
That's what it
Thank you, Tyler.
is. Yeah, no problem.
I'm chomping at the bit to see what it'll turn out to be. There he is. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
All right.
Good to see you. Just out here rummaging. You here to pick out something else?
No, I want to see that gum machine that you did for me.
Ah, I've been actually looking for it. I don't.
Looking for it? Yeah. It's not ready?
You know, I was looking for it back there.
You lost it, huh?
Look at that one there.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Just a bunch of rats.
Let's see if this is in here.
Okay.
Nope, it's not in there.
No.
Why don't you look in that one?
Okay. Oh,
Oh, man. You scored.
Looks like you scored.
This is beautiful. That is gorgeous.
You like it?
I love it. I love the colors, the polish on it. It's vibrant. It's going to look so great in my game room. I saw it before, and I see it now. Tell me exactly, what did you do to it?
Well, I mean, it's like anything. We have to tear it apart to come down to what's missing, what's going on, how it works, all that stuff. In order to get the finish like this really smooth finish on anything, there's a lot of work. It's not like you can just slap a coat of primer on there, shoot it with paint, and there you go. There's a lot of sanding involved to get that real nice coat of paint on there. You know, remember when you got it? It was really faded on the front, and the paint was just gone, right? It was sort of that tan, brown-looking stuff. This is the original powder blue on the front with the maroon sides, and they had this Adams decal on every one of them. And that's how it looked, and it came out really nice. You know, the inside of it, some of this is stainless, some of it's straight steel. The steel got shot with a stuff called cast paint, so to give it that cast paint look again, you know? And then all the stainless stuff got all polished. These are aluminum stoppers. Those are the weights that hold the gum down and keep pushing it down.
Awesome job.
I'm pretty happy with it, too. I really like the way it turned out.
Rick, it looks great. I'm chopping at the bit. Give me a piece of gum for it.
You want to see if she works?
Yeah, I'd like to try it.
Okay, well, here we go. Here's a penny.
All right.
And then there's your gum right there.
All right.
Try it out.
Yeah. Excellent job. Thank you, Rick. Sweet job.
Sweet.
Thank you, Rick.
All right, you bet.
All right,
you
buddy.
bet.
I was thoroughly impressed with the machine. Rick does such a good job. He's one of the best. He really is.
It's been a lot of work, but we're finally in the last stage of the Marushi bike restoration, and it's still coming together piece by piece. The customer's on his way down. I sure hope everything's tip-top before he gets here. This thing is badass. How's it going, buddy?
Very good. You? Good. Came down to Rick's Restoration today to pick up my Marushi bicycle.
You're the Marushi guy.
Rick! The Marushi guy's here!
Awesome. It's just awesome to watch him ride that bike out. I mean, it's just totally blew me away. It just stands right out and says, look at me.
What do you think?
It's what I was hoping for, something that came off a showroom floor,
right.
Just like you go down and buy it at a bike store.
It was one Japanese nightmare. It had so much paint on it, you didn't even know what was there. You know, they kept covering it with the green, and as you were tearing it apart, it was like hidden little secrets on it.
Well, at least you got all the paint out of the emblem.
Yeah, all the emblems. It wasn't just like a normal bike.
Yeah.
It's very ornate, you know, they went to extra detail on this thing, you know? It's like these pedals, you know, they were stamped with their name in it like that. So we made them out of a composite material. I was dumbfounded. That's how good a job they came out. I mean, they look original in there. So
what's in the box?
That's the deal in the box. Well, it was just showing you that you know, it was a carrier, you know.
Right.
He'd be hauling something.
He did a very good job, and he superseded my expectations of what I was thinking it was going to look like.
The hardest part on this whole restoration is parts, you know. It came in probably 90%,
right.
But that 10%
Was the worst.
was the worst. I mean, I'd much rather had the 10% in my hand right now. So this kangaroo that was on the front of this, Ted spent hours and hours carving that piece out of a piece of aluminum, you know? It would have been nice to find one of those, but that thing's built just like it was. He just took the picture and went, eh. The seat came in, so we took it down to the upholsterer, and he stretched that stuff out and made it look just like, you know, it would have in the day.
Yeah.
A lot of the parts were pitted, beyond pitted, so we had to polish it out so it looked nice.
Well, looking at it, you know, you're taking something and turned it into a piece of art.
Yeah. Thanks.
I mean,
Thanks.
You did a really good job, and I appreciate it.
You bet. You're happy, I'm happy.
Thanks.
All right, let's go into the office, and then I'll have somebody help you load that.
I can't wait to ride it this weekend. I really can't wait.
Come and get it. The annual barbecue is finally here, and Kelly pulled everybody together for a great time. I just hope no one realizes we have veggie burgers, otherwise my head's gonna end up on the grill. What is that crap? Where's the beef? All right, I wanted to thank everybody, and I wouldn't be able to put out the amazing products that we actually do without every single one of you. It's such a pleasure working with y'all, you know?
Please.